Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Mitch's Minute. I'm the host with the most. I don't know. People say shit like that. We're on episode 17, and yeah, it's episode 17. Also, hey Josh, what's up?
Sup, Mitch?
How it's kind of lonely in the Mitch's Minute room today because it's just me and you this time around.
I know, it's like, we'll have to struggle not to kill each other this episode.
So Amanda's sick, and Nate ended up like he needed like a day off. Like I thought it would be good for him to have like his day off. And I've been like away for like a couple days. One, I just wanted to apologize real quick. Last week was kind of a clusterfuck, but it was because like it was like a weird vacation for me.
It's like a weird staycation.
Yeah, so like Amanda was in town, and like we just wanted to like show her around and all that stuff. Like, you know, I hadn't had a friend come to visit me in like that far away in a long time. So like it was trying to just,
I was about to say, it's like you haven't had a friend visit you in a long time, eh?
Yeah,
I guess I know where I stand.
Oh yeah, no. So that we were just talking, like we were just talking about how like we went to like the museum and shit, and like we like did all this sort of stuff, like because admittedly where I live isn't necessarily the most interesting place in the world, but
Even like Cincinnati, it's sort of a city.
it's the birthplace of Markiplier, right? So I mean that's
Right, the great YouTuber Markiplier.
hey, I haven't watched a lot of his work, but he seems like a very respectable guy. Maybe as Let's Players we should aspire to watch more Let's Play. But
Put that on your priority list.
Well, let me tell you something that is on my priority list. So we're actually thinking about renaming the channel, not the shows.
Oh yeah,
just the channel. So like Velvet Room would still be like a show that I would still run. Like it would still be like, hey, this is the Velvet Room. This is me and Ron.
I guess it's because you hate being like searched up when people are watching like kinky porn, right?
That's right.
This isn't the kind of Velvet Room I was looking for.
Velvet Room? Why am I on YouTube and not Pornhub? I'm a fucking idiot. No. Okay, so
something like really artsy with like soft jazz music from the 90s.
the guy looking up the porn has like a big curly cute mustache, and his eyes are just a little squinted, and he's just like nice. It's very tasteful. So Velvet Room Gaming has been the name for the show for like 4 years now. We're currently in our 5th year, I think. No, we're currently in our 4th year.
Oh man, it's been a while.
Yeah, so this project's been going for a while, and I think one of the things that I think honestly kind of hurts us in terms of like trying to make ourselves more known, I think is just the name. I think that like look at Game Grumps, right? Game is in the name. And you look at like other YouTubers, and they have like these names that aren't tied to a specific franchise unless they cover that specific franchise. So we were thinking about
bring this up like when you were first starting the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be the Sir Hindsight over
it. No, that's fine. It's fine because like I think that you're right. I think that for what it was worth, like I think the name Velvet Room worked, but I also think that like we need to change it up. I think that I think Velvet Room itself as a show, like my particular show with Ron and like my show in general, can still work. But I think like we have become so much more than the Velvet Room.
So it's like outgrowing your name.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I think if we just change the name, I think that it'll help us get more. It won't give us the idea that we are exclusively a Persona channel, or that like. I don't know. I just feel like that might help. Like to be fair, guys, we've been doing this for like 4.5 years now, and I'm just gonna say that number because I can't remember if we're on year 4 or 5. I think we're on year 4.
I guess it makes sense why a lot of like indigenous cultures would choose people's names after they've come of age, right? It would suck if you got like named horseshit as a kid.
Who?
Like,
Who?
wasn't that something that a lot of people did? Like
No.
horseshit, so that like you could ward off the evil spirits because they don't want like little kids. I swear, some cultures do that.
I've never ever heard that before. What the fuck?
It's like the Ainu or something.
Oh my god. Anyways, the point is that we've been doing this for a while, and I think that personally,
it's time to shed the name horseshit, right?
well, yeah. So like we were thinking about different names and stuff like that, and as we go through the naming process, I'll let you guys know through Mitch's Minute, the show that no one watches. No, the show that
You mean the most important like show in the channel, right? Since we make all our announcements here.
Yeah, it is kind of ironic that, like, technically this is the announcement show. We just like this is like the podcast. This is like your newsletter, but it's also a place for us to like shoot the shit for like half an hour or so.
Oh man, we should put like timestamps in the description so that people can skip over to them.
Yeah, honestly, we should. But
unfortunately, we don't have anybody timing us, so.
Well, that's what Nate's for.
Well, that's what you get for letting him go for an episode.
Okay, maybe next time we'll get Nate to have like a little like stopwatch. The point is that we are considering trying to change the name. It's something that I really wanted to do. It's something that I wanted to do last year actually, and we just never got around to it. And yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time that we change the name. I think that it'll help. And I think another thing that I think will really help is us talking about, hey, Josh, we didn't really have subjects going into this week because fuck. But I did want to talk about Kingdom Hearts real quick.
All right. So how are you enjoying the game?
I'm really enjoying the show. I'm really enjoying Kingdom Hearts 3. I hate my Elgato right now because it's capturing it like horse shit right now.
Oh.
Like,
man.
Well, okay.
I guess you have to name your first child horseshit, though.
Yeah, maybe.
We've used this word enough in this episode that it's gotta stick.
No, so like I'll be trying to capture from the Elgato, and there's a part of me that's like, man, just fuck. Maybe I should just use the share option or some shit on my
on
PS4.
The PS4.
Well, because so like we've been trying. Like, I've tried 3 weeks in a row now to fix this problem, where the frame rate just fucking starts to blow chunks, and I'm like, I've been trying to figure this out, and I think a portion of it is because of just how I have to stream it. Because I have to stream. Not only do I have to stream Kingdom Hearts to the YouTube channel, I also have to stream it to Sora and Amanda, and I think that that's just dividing up how much stream can go through. But I thought that was the issue. And then I go into OBS, and like it seems like it's also kind of chugging along. And so I'm like, okay, what the fuck's the problem here? Because I've been trying to, I don't know, not to get into technical terms, not to try to, fucking do that shit, but like it is a thing, But okay, so Kingdom Hearts, I kind of want to. So it's this thing I want to do on Mitch's Minute. Every week I get to talk about, hey, it's been a couple days. I let the episode kind of sit in my heart, and I kind of want to talk about it because in the last episode of Kingdom Hearts, we finished Toy Story, and I felt bad. Like, I felt not bad for Toy Story. I don't know how to word this. In other Kingdom Hearts games, you play through like a portion of the movie that it takes place in. So like, for example, in Mulan in Kingdom Hearts 2, you play from the minute that she's Ping to the end of Mulan, and then there's like some extra shit when you go revisit the world. But Sora made it very clear that you don't have to revisit the world. Like, they made it so that it's a one and done. You go into the world, you do what you got to do, and then that's the end of it. And Toy Story felt very disappointing in that sense, because it didn't actually cover any story threads from Toy Story.
Okay.
Okay, so like what it did was is like you start off in Andy's room. By the way, spoilers. If you haven't seen the episode, or if you're just trying to stay away from Kingdom Hearts 3 Toy Story
Man,
Land.
Toy Story spoilers, man.
Oh
How
yeah.
could you?
I know. Okay, but Josh, just hear me out. As someone who
Like
does
Woody and Little Bo Peep do what?
That's for Toy Story 4. No,
Ah.
so there's this bit where you enter the world, and they think you're a toy. Like they think you're some character named Yozora or something like that. And so they're trying to, oh look, he's a toy and everything like that. And then you go to the toy barn because you're trying to figure out what happened to Andy. And it's this weird written story specific for the game, and like I just didn't like it. Like it felt weird. It felt like it was like it's a cool concept on paper, and like I remember like the week before, like episode 2, like I was like, oh, this was kind of cool. I want to see how this goes, and it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it was supposed to be the way. Like I'm like I'm used to. And maybe,
So they're fucking with the like Kingdom Hearts formula.
Kinda, and that's the thing. It's sorta. Because the only thing they ever did similar to this was Neverland and Birth by Sleep. And I guess in Kingdom Hearts 1. Because it didn't follow the story threads. It was just more of a place with, like, with just the characters and stuff. And Neverland and Birth by Sleep, it made sense. It's just weird to me because it's like, okay, I know it's a weird expectation, but I was like, hey, I wanted to kind of play through like Toy Story 2 or something like that. Something, fun, something different, something, like not different, but like familiar. Maybe that's more of the thing. Like, I don't know. It kind of disappointed me. And I guess I just wanted to get that out there because it's like, I'm looking forward to the Tangled world. But now I have a goal. By sometime this week, I have to watch the movie Tangled. Because I've never seen it, and I have to get
Apparently it's way better than people gave it, like, said like it was when it initially came out. I don't know about that, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I want to give it a shot. I heard really good things about it, and I will try to take some time this week before the episode to try to watch it. I have the day off tomorrow. I might just like put it on while I'm like working on stuff. That being said, before I forget, we are going to try to push for videos a little bit more than streams. The reason why is because while streams are really nice, I do feel like they hinder our ability to perform a little bit. In the sense that, like, okay, so let's go back a bit. OG Velvet Room, right?
Okay.
We did every day 10 minutes, and it worked out fine for a while, but we weren't getting subscribers. We were just being buried along with everyone else. So we started streaming a little bit here and there, and then we streamed Persona 5, and that got us a big chunk of views. And then like I was like, oh shit, like like more subscribers and stuff started popping, and it was all cool. And then we've been streaming like Persona 3 and Kingdom Hearts and all this stuff. But I also feel that we kind of lose the charm of the videos. Like when Ron and I do Amnesia Memories or something like that. Like you kind of miss something because of the format of how it's done. Like even now, we're streaming the Mitch's Minute. Is it because we like want to? It feels more like we're streaming the Mitch's Minute because it's the easiest way to get it out there without me having to like
not messing around with video editing programs. You mean?
Yeah, because that was another thing. It's just like this is the most streamlined way to do it, and I will admit I do need to add like some sort of visual element to it, like whether it's like a tape recorder, like going through the motions, or like something that reads my audio levels,
or pre-prepared like still images that we can switch to.
Yeah,
instead of just having the one image on top of everything.
Well, that's what we did with the Velvet Cast for like the last couple episodes. Is that I would switch over like OBS file, like I'd switch it over. And but that's the thing with Mitch's Minute. The whole gimmick was that like every week it's a different, not every week it's a different guest, but we were trying to do that originally, and You know, and I do have to go and upload the old Mitch's Minutes back to the original channel because the idea of having them on a separate channel didn't work out so hot. Especially, yeah, like it didn't
just
work.
The Mitch's Minutes compilation.
like I love the idea of like throwing the old episodes back up and being like, yeah, because what was it? I think the last episode on there was like Amanda talking about like AI, like you and Amanda going back and forth about AI for like an hour.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So like, I mean, that was a fun episode. But the point is, the whole point of Mitch's Minute is it's literally just a show where I ramble on and like where there is no point. Mitch's Minute is a podcast where we just talk for like 30 minutes to an hour. And we just kind of goof around while we also have like channel updates and shit like that because I like
that are like the leads that are like super buried. Like an hour-long conversation is like being like minute like 25 to like 45.
Well,
and it'll just last a couple seconds.
So that's the yeah.
It's for the hardcore Velvet Room. A Velvet Room. New name to be determined.
And that's the problem, right? The problem is that, you know, like I do the show like I try to do the show every week, and it's hard to do Mitch's Minute sometimes because a lot of times we have like Sunday is the day for Mitch's Minute, and Sunday has been our podcast day for like 2 years now, because before we did this, we did Roundtable. Before we did Roundtable, like the 2 episodes of Roundtable, we did Velvet Cast, and Velvet Cast was like all the way back in 2015. So like we've been doing this bit for a while. Like we've been doing this, we've been chomping at the bone, or chomping at the bit for this particular, maybe not 2015, it might have been 16.
Yeah, it's around when the election happened, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we're gonna determine that.
I gotta mark my life by, you know, pre-election and post-election.
Yeah. Pre-Trump, post-Trump. No.
There was a time when I thought he was like a Democrat like sleeper agent. It's like, oh man,
oh my God,
they're really out there.
I forgot.
I wonder if he's like trying to undermine the Republican ticket.
Oh my God.
Oh, those what a sweet summer child I was.
Oh man, I remember those days. But the point is that like, yeah, I think we need to change some stuff about how we do the show. So like, if we do have announcements in the beginning of Mitch's Minute, they have to be at the very beginning, and I have to like write them down and be like, all right, so this is where, you know, like, let's talk about this, like renaming the channel, doing videos more than streams, all that shit. Like we have to do it at the very beginning, because I like the idea of having a show where there isn't really a format and we just kind of talk about general topics. Speaking of which, we have to talk about Gibraltar at some point during this episode because he is in the thumbnail.
Oh, yes. It's funny that like all you know about Apex is Gibraltar.
I did watch the cinematic trailer. I did watch that.
Okay.
Since the last time we talked, because I have not touched this game and we do need to talk about it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say real quick that like one Oceano in the chat had said that like it left much to be desired. Yes. So like it's sorry, I got distracted by what Oceano said, and changing the name a tad too much. Oh yeah, for podcast shows, right? Because well, that's the thing, they're all technically different shows. Velvetcast had a format where every week we would come in and talk about.
Oh yeah, we'd have like a Trello set up where like everybody would like put up their topics, and
it was a very organized way to do it. And like I do kind of miss that, but I also don't.
I feel like if we ever did a much more serious like discussion podcast, that would be nice. But Mitch's Minute is way more relaxed.
Well, I'm drinking right now. I'm like,
oh man, does this mean that I have to like break out like whiskey right now?
No, I'm not whiskey. I'm drinking a Guinness right now. Like I'm like yeah.
No, just a beer.
Yeah, I'm having like, it's been a long day. I've been up since like 7, like doing shit for like my in real life job. Like it's stressful. That was the whole point of me saying that, hey, like, sometimes episodes don't come out, and it's mainly because Sundays are a heavy day for me in general. So, like, when we used to do these other podcast shows, we'd put so much work in, and it would take us like a couple days to edit it because I just, because it's Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, I think, was like the day that podcasts came out. And I'm not gonna lie,
I feel like I wait way too extra when I was editing the Velvet Cast.
I liked your stuff though. I liked your presentation with it all. But let's talk about Gibraltar real quick before we forget. Okay, so Gibraltar is a character.
So a new game came out.
Yeah.
Called Apex Legends. Apparently, if you haven't heard about it, yeah, it's been blowing up on social media, displacing a lot of Fortnite streamers. Apparently. It's a battle royale game, except you play with 3 people as a team. But go on, Mitch.
So you, so you sent me a message on Discord and essentially gave me. He said, "This is your character, Mitch. It's finally happening."
Ah, yes. Mitch has now got like full representation.
It's better than fucking Roadhog. I'll take, okay, literally
Gibraltar, right?
Yeah, dude, okay, I would take fucking Gibraltar any goddamn day of the week than fucking Roadhog. I haven't even played Apex Legends, and fucking, like, Roadhog's supposed to be our representation? Like, fuck that.
So what do you think of Gibraltar? Is it me just trying to paint you into a corner as a fucking, like, non-binary, or not that's the wrong term, like a bi, like, fucking Polynesian dude?
Well, okay, so that's the thing. So, like, for context, I'm Polynesian. I'm sure everyone anyone's a fan of me knows that, like, that fact by now.
Everybody who's a fan of you knows that you have a hard-on for Jason Momoa.
Yeah, well, it's not even, like, it's not that I want to fuck Jason Momoa, it's the fact that I think he's so fucking cool. He's like, him and The Rock are like my representation in media. Like that's the Polynesian representation, and I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
You have like really badass representation. I'm just saying, it's as if like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and then another Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking burst out and go, "Oh yeah, I represent your culture." It's like, fuck, man. The Chinese only have Jackie Chan and like Jet Li. And they're old dudes. Fuck.
No, so like, okay, but not to go on a complete tangent with that one, but
2018, the year of the Polynesian. there's
a movie coming out called what was it? Holmes and not Holmes. Whatever. Like, it's a Fast and Furious movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, that one.
And
that's fun.
And Jason Statham. And get this, apparently Dwayne the Rock Johnson wanted a brother to appear for him in the movie, and he wanted it to be played by Jason Momoa.
Oh no!
And
it's too much.
And the only reason they couldn't do it, from my understanding, was that I think he was either filming Aquaman or Frontier at the time, and he couldn't like get it done. But if they make a sequel to the movie, then they will have him. Oh my god!
Given how many Fast and the Furious films there are, it has to.
Oh my god! Anyways, we're talking about Gibraltar.
Yeah.
So this guy is he's Polynesian. He is bisexual or gay. I don't actually know I don't know.
He's gay.
Yeah, I think that's the implication. And he just seems like a really cool guy, and like that's the thing. I haven't touched the game yet. I intend to play it sometime within the next week or so. Like maybe not for the show, but just in general.
Yeah, just as like a relaxation game.
Yeah,
I say about a battle royale.
I would love to play it with you. Like, that's the thing. Is just trying to find time. But like I really appreciate it. Like I know it sounds weird as like a minority amongst minorities, but like it is nice to have like I can't tell you how mad I was about Roadhog. And yes, Roadhog's a good character, don't get me wrong. I just didn't like that he was the representation. There was something about it where it was like, okay, well, how come everyone
makes him so that?
Yeah, like why is it that like his only representation comes from like a skin? Like it, and a skin.
Like, isn't it like how Farah like has a Native American skin?
Yeah, and they only justified it later. It felt like by like writing in she's half. she's half like Native American, like, and it felt like kind of like they just wrote it in because they could, because it was never emphasized.
Well,
that
I mean,
was...
it's like to excuse the thing, I guess.
Yeah, like and that's the thing. I don't know. I don't really know. If someone in the chat wants to write me a detail or something like that says, "Hey, you're wrong," I'll be like, "Yeah, okay, that makes sense." But the thing with Gibraltar is just like the LGBT representation aside, it's just nice. It's just nice to see like a Polynesian character that is, I don't know, like it's just nice to see them. To be honest with you, there's not a lot of Polynesians out there. Like, I mean, we are a community, but we're not as much as everyone else. So it is easy to kind of forget. And that's okay. Maybe not okay, but it's, you know, there's tons of other people out there. But for the little bits that I've been getting, like in the last couple months with Aquaman, with Gibraltar, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
You know what it is? I feel like Polynesians are actually just made to be in visual media. And the biggest reason why is fucking the tattoos are visually striking. Seriously, man. I think that having visually striking features really like puts like you at the forefront, especially in like video game designs.
I mean, it is cool. I do want to play him like when I get my hand on the game, just because I think it would be fun. And if he doesn't turn out to be my character, that's fine. But like, I don't know. I guess it's just nice. And I know it's that thing where it's like representation matters. And oh, hang on a second. Oceano says, and you're a bland character that functions as a class. Yeah, my brother plays that. I think he thinks he's talking about Apex Legends.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, even if he is like a bland character, like I do like having that representation. It is nice to do it. I'm not gonna sit here and do a whole thing where it's like, for far too long we haven't had our voices. No, I'm not doing that. Like I'm just it makes me feel good. Like something that made me feel good was like when Moana came out, and like you know, my little cousins, like my little ones, like you know, they had a good time with it. And you know, there's that level that it does, I guess it does matter to, like, I don't know, to that degree. I don't want to get into it today. I'm having a Guinness. I'm enjoying my company with my friends, like, you know.
I mean, you know, I think that's sort of important, though, honestly. It's like something that speaks to your experience as a human being.
It's just different. I mean, I think that's what it really just boils down to. Like, and there's a good chance that I just don't know how to express it, because it's a harder... It's just hard. Like, it's just hard to express that kind of thing, you know? Like, something that I like about Dwayne The Rock Johnson as a kid was that he was he was like half and half, you know? I think he's half African American and half Samoan. The same thing with Jason Momoa, from my understanding, is that he's like half Hawaiian and then half I actually don't know. But like, you know, like that's something, I don't know. There's something there. There's something there for like a later Mitch's minute. But I will play Apex Legends. I do think that that's really cool that they did that. And
yeah, we need to, you know, get me, you, and like Nate together, or like Sora, I guess, if we can ever catch him.
Oh, he's so busy all the time with his job that we can't talk about. Like, that isn't that weird that we have a friend where it's like, oh yeah, we have two with Ron.
Yeah, don't worry, Sora. I won't tell everybody that you work for the Secret Service.
Oh my god, the fucking. It feels like that though, doesn't it? Because it's like we've been doing this show for like years now, and we've never touched what Sora does for a living.
Nope, and I'm sure he would prefer us keep it that way.
Yeah,
operational security and all that.
I mean, but I just think it's funny because it's like, I don't know, it's just silly. It's just something silly to me. But anyways, guys, I mean, pretty much like, when it comes to like doing shows, it's weird. I have also been feeling kind of weird lately, because I had this moment the other day where it occurred to me that, like, it happened a while back and we did talk about it, but Super Best Friends as a YouTube channel had ended. And it was this thing that I keep thinking back on, because it's like they were like, Matt McMuscles, like he was my hero, you know, like he still is. I still love that he still goes out there and does his show and he does his thing. But it does kind of like bring up something, you know, like it does make me think like, hey, maybe I should be doing something a little different. Like, you know, like maybe not do Let's Play as much as I have been. Maybe there's like video essays or live action stuff. Like I've had this idea for like for a video that I've been wanting to do forever, and like, well, I don't want to talk about it now. I want it to be a surprise if I ever make it.
Oh, yes.
And you know, like
leave them waiting.
Well, I there is something I want to do. Like I have ideas for like for stuff. And I don't know, like it's this thing where like this is a weird episode because it's like there's a picture of Sora and Gibraltar in the fucking thumbnail. We talked about it for like maybe like 6 minutes total, and I feel bad if you clicked on this video because you saw them. But like
it's a video about them, but not about us playing the game. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next week.
It's like having like a party and like the friend that everybody was coming for isn't there. Everybody's just there to like, you know, talk about that friend who isn't there.
Oh man, did Rachel show up? Oh no, she couldn't make it.
Oh man, Rachel, this party would be so sick if Rachel were here.
Oh dude, that's
yeah,
just
man.
That's essentially the anime Kiss Him Not Me in like a nutshell.
Oh.
Because
oh really?
Because Sammy and Amanda watched like the whole thing when she was in town, and like I came home.
That's exactly what you have to do though. Whenever somebody visits, don't go out places. At least on the last day, you stay home with the friends, get cozy, and you watch fucking anime. You binge watch an entire series.
Well, so like that's the thing, you know. Like it was I came home one day and they were just watching it. Like they were like on episode like 12 or something. And like it was just funny because it's like I would catch snippets of it and it did seem like super interesting. Like I wanted to like actually sit down and watch with them, but they were like in their own like world doing it. And it sounded like essentially that was the premise. It was just like, man, I really like Rachel, which I wish Rachel was here right now. Like they were just friends who hung up because they all wanted to fuck the same girl, and that is a great weird premise.
Yes, the true reverse harem.
Also, Oceano, I just wanted to say that Mitch will become the next Lindsay Ellis. I wish. She is so cool. I started watching her videos recently. Like she apparently I think we're talking about the same person. Oh no, let's make sure real quick before I like make a reference. I'm gonna throw that name in a YouTube search before I go say anything like, oh yeah, I want to be like that person, and it turns out that they're like a monster. No. Oh yeah, no, same person. Cool. Okay. Yeah, she's really great. I love her essays. I was watching her Lord of the Rings ones, because Tabby just finished them. I think we mentioned it like a week ago or two that she started them up, and I've been watching her video essays. She is fantastic. She is very solid. Like, all of her arguments are so well articulated, and she just clearly, like, her writing is very well done. The essays are so great. And then you listen to my fucking stupid ass. Fucking like I don't think I could ever do a video essay because I listen to myself in these stupid videos and I'm like, oh shit, like I don't.
You see, the reason why they sound so good is because they write it all down ahead of time.
Yeah, but I can't act like you know.
I mean, it's not acting; it's just saying what it's notes that you read from, and you go, oh yeah.
Yeah, but how do I not sound like? Do you remember when we were like in high school? Like there was like this thing where like you'd listen to some of these videos because everyone wanted to be that. Everyone wanted to be a video essay or something like that. They wanted their opinions out there. They wanted something, and it was always like Is Sora from Kingdom Hearts an overrated OP character? Like, it always had the same inflection, you know? Like,
what, talking like you're in, like, the guy from, like, Game Theory?
it's like JP. Is that how Matt Pat sounds to you?
Yeah, to me, it's like, I don't know, it's literally, to me, it sounds like he's really reaching there, and he does not care anymore.
Welcome to Game Theory. I'm trying to...
Like, there are certain, like, you know, film criticism YouTube channels that I like, really sort of dunk on, because I think they're, like, really shit. It's like, what was it? Like, everything wrong with, like, people.
Fuck those guys. I mean, but that's the thing.
Oh, God. But they produce, like, you know, the intelligence of, like, film criticism by so much.
Oh, fuck. Dude, are you fucking... Okay. It's not an original idea to think that channel is literally everything that's wrong with current criticism with that. I mean,
but they're so popular. I even used to watch those videos way back then, like, during, like, the first, like, 10.
Yeah, same, because it was a popular trending channel, and sometimes it was funny, but, like, that's the thing. It's the creators themselves are like, hey, these are joke videos, but, like, then everyone takes them like actual critiques, and to the point where even I'm like, okay, I think they think that they're actual critiques now. Like, I don't think for 4 fucking seconds that they think that they're a joke anymore, because it sounds like a lot of the critiques that they have are like, if it's a joke, they need to play it up more like a joke. Sometimes it doesn't seem like a joke. It just seems like there is 1 or 2 jokes thrown in with an actual critique. Like, I don't fucking know. It just... We're not the first person to complain about this shit, but of course...
Oh, yeah.
But now everyone's trying to be like the armchair fucking critic when it comes to movies, and they instead of doing the thing where Lindsay Ellis will do, and where, like, you know, like, actually take it, critique it, make it, you know, do the whole 9 yards, and, like, be like, hey, yes, there are some minor problems, but here was the overarching case for whatever. They just fucking nitpick. Everyone likes to fucking nitpick now, and
it's like, either you're in, like, the every frame of painting, like, school of YouTube criticism, or you're in the everything wrong with school of, like, YouTube criticism.
But everything wrong with, for some fucking reason, and it's not the channel itself that kind of stems this. They are the catalyst to the most annoying people I've ever met. I was at a party. Must have been 2 years ago now. And
CinemaSins, right? That's what they're called.
CinemaSins. Yeah, like, and I was at a party 2 years ago. And I remember I was trying to talk to someone about, like, some movie that had just come out, like Wonder Woman, I think, or was that 2 years ago? It might be.
Around that time?
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, I was talking to them about a movie that had come out, and the way that they critiqued and nitpicked the movie was so evident that, like,
it's like its lowest common denominator, like, criticism, right? It's about, like. So, you know how, like, the like, T-Rex paddock scene from Jurassic Park doesn't actually make geographical sense if you, like, storyboard it out?
Really?
Like, 1 minute there's a wall here, and then another minute, like, they're over a cliff, and, like, it makes no sense that the cliff is there.
Yeah,
but it works, right?
Yeah, but
because it fucking is a dramatic moment. It's not about, like, the logic of it.
Yeah, I mean, I until you mentioned it, like, I never noticed it.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's like Alfred Hitchcock. Was it Alfred Hitchcock? I don't know, but like, somebody said, like, there's a reason why fucking those horny teenagers do not, like, go to the police as soon as, you know, something weird happens out in the woods, because there would be no fucking movie.
I mean, yeah,
like, movies are not about making logical sense; they're about fucking making you feel something.
Well, it's a story. You don't have to detail every fucking bit of a story. I mean, details are nice, don't get me wrong. Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Mitchell vomited it on himself.
No, it was me trying to stop a burp, as gross as that is. No, so all that really just boils down to is, like, okay, so, like, and we're not original here. It's this... the problem in itself with everything is wrong with videos is that it generated a generation of people who believe that that is the genuine critique of a fucking film. And more importantly, like, instead of watching the movie and making an opinion for themselves, it created this whole fucking basis of just fucking people who won't. Like there are some movies out there that are fucking horrible. They're just the fucking worst. And I feel like they're like, I'm not saying you should watch every fucking movie out there, but I am saying that like look, there's a movie called Jupiter Ascending, right? Never seen the movie, never seen it, but I know based on reviews and my original disinterest in the movie that like I'm assuming it's a bad film based on what people have reviewed and said.
How dare you assume such a thing, Mitch? Jupiter Ascending was a fantastic film, misunderstood by the critics.
I mean,
you have no right to say.
That's what I want. I want a fucking reaction video, like old school YouTube. I want a fucking reaction video being like Mitchell's Jupiter Ascending comment. Fucking
video reply, man.
Bringing all the boys to the yard.
Shows up right underneath, this like 300,000 view video. There's this like 300 view video right underneath the bar. It's like, oh yeah, why this critique of Jupiter Ascending is wrong.
Well, and that's the thing. It feels like they're between the nitpicking, just the worst thing
I feel like no one's actually going to get that joke.
Hey, we do. That's
we
what
lived
matters.
It, but still,
we lived old school YouTube.
How many people actually used YouTube back then?
Okay, a fair number. Yeah, I was gonna say a couple million.
Yeah, but
buddy.
It's like people don't remember these kinds of things anymore.
Fuck that. I mean, it doesn't matter. The point is that like the worst part about all of this is with that culture. It just comes like this cynicism. It's no longer about embracing the films for what they are, the story. Like, look, is Aquaman a good movie? I think so. I think it's a pretty solid adventure. Is it like fucking Citizen Kane? God, no. fucking.
You know what it is? I think Aquaman is like good in the same way, like, I don't know, like Con Air was good. Like, it's a nice campy adventure. It's fun.
Yeah, and
except it's way better shot than Con Air was. But it's like, you know what? Starship Troopers. Nah. Oh, yeah, yeah, Starship Troopers.
I mean, for fuck's sake, one of my movies of the year last year was Ready Player One, and that's a horrible movie. That is not a good film. I will die on that.
Cry, man.
It is
like it sounds like laughing, but I'm crying.
like Ready Player One is not a good movie. It is like that. That's what I should do. I should make a fucking video with Mitch's top 5 videos or top 5 movies of last year. Aquaman, fucking Ready Player One, fucking. I feel like my movie, like, I have dumb reasons. Like, I mean, that's another thing. It's like, if I did video essays, what the fuck would they be on? Because all my opinions are essentially like, there are statements that have already been said.
You know what my first video essay would be?
What?
My first video essay is that Black Panther was actually meant for white people.
And it's your Asian ass face, like trying to present the argument.
No. Part of me actually feels like there is a relevant thread in Black Panther that actually white people should really like pay attention to. But I'd have to rewatch the movie to like get my point back.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to think of a movie that I saw like multiple times in theaters. I saw Ready Player One twice. I saw
Spider-Verse.
I watched it one time, and that's the thing. I didn't
really. Oh man. Visually,
it's great, but I just pacing, man. Just fucking pacing. That's my big issue with movies. A lot of them seems to be pacing. I saw Infinity War maybe a couple times in theaters.
Oh god, I don't think I could have done 2 times for Infinity War.
I think it was only 2 times because I think it was a long movie.
It's a real slog.
Really? I mean, I thought talked about it on like a Midget's Minute, didn't we? We talked about Infinity War. Like we've done this bit before, right?
I don't think I've talked about the pacing in that movie, but it's like it was okay for me.
That makes sense.
And I mean, this might just be like being separated from it by a few months, and being tired of all the I'm not feeling so good, Mr. Stark memes already.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just put it out there. I like the movie. I thought it was really fantastic. It's about Thanos going through the hero's journey, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I really like that aspect of it. But anyone who knows me knows that I like villains more than I like heroes most of the time. Because I'm an edgy asshole like that at 26.
You see, nobody ever outgrows the edgy phase.
They really
honestly.
don't. They really fucking don't.
I'm still the same edgy fuck I was when I was in high school.
Yeah, that is true. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I feel like
time
it's...
to listen to Linkin Park, man.
Oh, fuck.
Put on some Rise Against the Machine. Rage
Dude,
Against the Machine, yeah.
I listened to, like, a new Disturbed song for the first time in, like, years. Oh my god! You know what? It's like eating ramen. You know what you're gonna get, and if you like ramen, if you like ramen,
if you're in the mood, and you're not talking like going to this, going to a store, like, and like fucking going and getting a proper ramen noodles. It's like you're talking like getting that instant like. What is it, like Maruchan ramen?
Yeah, good old Maruchan.
Yeah, brand names.
Oh yeah, fucking.
Become our sponsor, Maruchan.
how amazing would that be? It's like we don't get like standards.
Become the ultimate like shills.
No, so Nate and I were talking about this like I think like yesterday or something. Like we were talking about how what are some ways that we can improve the channel and stuff like that. And we just kept joking about like getting real sponsors, and Nate had said something along the lines that like we are the most try-hard like fucking YouTubers. Like if we ever actually ended up getting a sponsor, like it wouldn't be something like Loot Box or like Loot Crate. Yeah. It wouldn't be like anything like that, or Honey, or any of those. It would be like some weird off-brand sponsor. Maruchan ramen, or like
yes,
or just the weirdest shit. And
it's like the second like brand in like the supermarket for like tuna.
Oh my god! Hey guys,
it's like there's it's like Fish of the Sea or whatever, not like whatever the main brand is.
Oh my god!
What was it? It's something Kissed, right? Starkissed?
Yeah, I think it's either Starkissed or Suncursed. Either no, League of Legends, don't open up right. Ah, damn it! I was trying to get back to the fucking.
Well, now you have to start playing. Yeah, Starkissed Tuna.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
yeah, Velvet Room, soon to be another name, brought to you by Starkissed Tuna.
No, my favorite is when YouTube channels or like podcasts will do the thing where they make like a fake skit to like try to sell like, no, I don't want to open up League of Legends, goddamn it. Fucking we're so that's the trick, Josh. We'll never be professional enough to get sponsors. God,
they're just gonna throw their like fucking blue fish, dude. Like we're just gonna throw it across the screen. It's like yeah.
Do not open up again.
Brought to you by Starkissed Tuna.
I'm gonna murder someone. League of Legends keeps trying to fucking open up. I am telling it. I am in Task Manager right now, trying to shut that shit down before it pops back up. What does it do? League of fucking Legends.
It keeps crawling back, Mitch. It wants you.
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
Just like how you want that Starkist tuna, like
No,
sponsor.
no, that's what I want. I want.
You know what goes well with your Maruchan ramen? Starkist tuna.
No, I just want the sponsors to be like nothing alike. Where it's just like, man, do you guys ever send mail anymore? Well, now you can go to stamps.com and fucking get your shit so that you can mail your shit. Oh, you know what? I would love to mail my uncle in fucking Texas.
I would love to mail my uncle some KY jelly from AdamandEve.com.
Oh no! What the fuck, man?
Like the most random.
No, I think I want. I want it to be like Mad Libs, where like you pre-write the fucking like statement beforehand, and then you insert your fucking sponsorship programs. Oh man.
Oh no. We've gone too far.
Oh, the worst part is I'm not even sure if that bit fucking landed, because it's telling me the video output is too low, which means League of Legends literally fucked our shit up.
Oh my.
Trying to open up. Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. Let me go to. Can I just go to this website real quick? Is it gonna play a fucking song when I go here?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's gonna play an advertisement for
Man, you know what I could really go for right now? Some Bad Dragon. Fucking.
You gotta get your reloads right.
Oh my god.
Oh
man, you know what your dad could really use for Father's Day right now.
What should I send my dad, Mitch?
You go ahead, man. Get up with a subscription.
He's so hard to shop for. It's like Asian parents, man. You can never tell what they want. What should I get him, Mitch?
You should get some sweet old Dollar Shave Club, exclusively the ass tissue wipes.
Yes, that's perfect.
Exclusively in a box called Just the Wipes.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right.
You just have like a psychic connection with my dad, Mitch. Thanks.
With my dad. Oh,
dad.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of fucking. We literally
remember, guys, get your Starkist tuna and your Maruchan ramen and your Adam and Eve KY jelly shipped to you using stamps.com. Special promo code Velvet Room Gaming, not to be Velvet Room Gaming soon.
Jesus Christ! This was a fucking horrible episode. What a shit tier episode of Mitch's.
Are we done? Have you finished this?
I'm gonna shut it down. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.